Hey guys, Chauncey Phillips here. A lot of people have asked me to do a video talking about Toys R Us and Toys R Us closing. So we're going to head to a Toys R Us. I don't know how much longer it actually has that it's going to be open, because I think it's like within like the next 2 months they're all going to be totally closed down, I believe. But a lot of people have asked me to go on one, kind of talk about it and see what it looks like and see what's kind of on sale, because I know for sure all of them have started now closing. I don't know what percentage this one is off. We're going to head inside, just kind of look around, see like what the state of the store is and all that kind of stuff, and then just like kind of talk about Toys R Us and kind of my memories and stuff about it, as well as we walk around the store. But into Toys R Us we go. But it says up there, store closing, everything up to 30% off, so we'll head on inside and see what it looks like, and like I said, sort of see how everything's looking and see how picked over things are. But see, like, it's weird, like sometimes when they say 30% off, it doesn't mean everything is 30% off, it means like up to. So a majority of the things in here are 10%, and I don't know how long it's going to last until they're all totally gone, but you can see things are all kind of strewn all over the place, and it definitely is pretty picked over. But I'm going to pretty much just, like I said, just sort of look through here, and there's the signs and stuff, and it definitely is pretty picked over already. But I'm just going to pretty much look in the areas and then see, like the main sections that I always check out. But yeah, look at the Legos. The Legos are, there's like nothing left in the Legos. It's weird people are buying so much stuff already when it's only 10%. And there's like a Chick-fil-A wrapper thing in here, but that's very weird that only at 10% off, so much stuff is already gone. I'm kind of just talking close to the mic if you're wondering, just because there's playing music in here, so I'm sort of trying to talk all over it. But I wanted to, capture this because a lot of people were asking me about if I was going to do anything showing it. But when it comes to like me and Toys R Us, like, this is probably, when I think of my childhood, growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, when I think about like absolute childhood, to me, Toys R Us is it. There was another toy store that I liked as a little kid that closed down when I think I was maybe like 6 years old. They all went out of business. There was a place called Lionel, Kiddie City. And if any of you guys ever remember that, I don't know if it was a chain, if it was in a lot of other states, but I was in Maryland. But I used to always go there, and I remember that closed like maybe 1991, 92. I remember some of the last toys I remember seeing in there was when The Simpsons was brand new on TV and they released those Simpsons toys. But in Lionel, Kiddie City, I remember I used to see in there, they would sell older things. So they had like the Star Wars, the Return of the Jedi figures in there. And I remember they had like all these clearance stickers on them, and people were, trying to get rid of them. They were like, there's tons of them. And I always think back, like if I would have known better, I wish I could have gone in there and bought those things up and grabbed them, because like those toys now, the value to those things. But like I said, when it comes to Toys R Us, this is ultimately like what I think of as a kid, my entire childhood. I remember coming in, and I remember I even had a friend, we made friends with a woman who worked in Toys R Us named Frida. And she used to always, find stuff, because there's always like obscure sort of toys and hard to find things that I was trying to find. And she would like go in the boxes and grab them for me. Like I remember like when the Power Rangers toys first came out, the ones with the heads that switched around, she, found all those ones for me. So many toys I found because of her. But it really is a shame though that it's come to this, that this is all totally closing. But what's interesting though is it sounds like KB Toys is going to be coming back as a pop-up store in some malls. I don't know how true that is, but I've read some things about it. I'm definitely interested in seeing, because KB Toys I think closed everywhere in like 2009. That was all in like the malls. So I used to always go in there as well. But with this closing, this is pretty much the end of toy stores, unless, with what we'll see what happens with that as KB Toy pop-ups, or if those actually happen. But I just kind of wanted to come in here and walk around. But like I said, when as a kid, I came in Toys R Us, I mean, probably once or twice a week. I was always in here looking at stuff. I've always been always had tons of toys, and mainly action figures were the main things I got. But I just wanted to kind of come in here. And honestly, though, it's sort of sad seeing this all torn up. And it's always weird, too. And I'm sure you guys notice, when a store is closing, all of a sudden everyone starts to flock to it. And they all kind of want to be at it. But like when it's actually open, no one's at it. I've always noticed that. There was a store called Coolduder. I remember, you know, it was kind of like a competition to Walmart and Target. It was kind of before all those. And that place, no one ever used to go in it. And I remember when it was going out of business, the lines and the crowds in there, people were finally coming out for it. But as you see though, not everything is picked over. That Lego section seemed to be like the super picked over section in here. Well, this area, this is like the mishmash of everything over here. Everything is all kind of strewn together and like picked over, and yeah, this is total mishmash. Like wrestlers here, like, and this is really strange. I had no idea that they brought back the popples. And these are like weird looking different popples. This is a show as a kid I used to watch all the time. I especially loved the live action weird Popples movie. That song, there was like Popples Magic, Popples Magic. Like look up the video online though. It's up for the whole, I believe the whole thing is up on there. But yeah, this is total mishmash mess up here and here. Yeah, over here, this is definitely a huge mess. Everything is, like I said, look on the floor in here, and this is like everything is just sort of thrown. Oh, yeah, this area here, everything is thrown into any way you can imagine. Helmets in here, and all these things just kind of thrown back, and but it's weird how, like, yeah, see, like these things, a lot of the Funko Pops and stuff, these have all been really picked over. And like I said, it's weird that so much is gone already with some of this stuff when it's only 10% off. Because normally you would think when people are going to do this, they would kind of wait till it gets down to like 40% or 50% off and like really buy things up then. But people have already kind of come in here and ravaged through this stuff really pretty fast. I mean, a lot of stuff is damaged and ripped in here now. And here's, like I said, this whole stuff is all just kind of a random mishmash of everything in here. And they have this thing here, this Fast and Furious one of, you know, Vin Diesel. And there's still, you know, there's still some amount of pops, but not really that many. These things are pretty cool, though, these Nickelodeon things. The fact, too, that they brought back Gak again, and they have, like, all the Rugrats and, you know, Hey Arnold. These things are actually pretty cool. Mr. Horse, which was like, I don't know, I love that character that, you know, called the police and all that. But I'm definitely going to come back and see like what it looks like in the very, very end. But you would think from the way this looks now that this is kind of the end, you know, that this is like pretty much down to the end percentage. But no, this is only 10%. It's already this picked over and sparse in here. Yeah, but the game section too, these things over here, yeah, these are 10%. These ones over here are only 5%. Yeah, so these ones don't really have a lot of sales yet. These, like, if you can get the games near the end, if they actually have any of these left, you know, when they get down to like 50, you could probably get some really, really good deals on this stuff. Same with some of these kind of, you know, race cars and that. This is kind of cool. Bruce Willis figure from Pulp Fiction. Like I said, a lot of people were asking if I was going to do a video walking around in here and kind of showing it. So I just kind of wanted to make something, just kind of like poking around the store and sort of seeing what it looked like and, you know, what was kind of left in here. But you get a pretty decent view of what it is. And as I said, it's already, you know, it's surprising that it's this picked over and this messed up when it's only 10%. Because I think there's at least, I don't know how much longer is, I believe, like I was reading, I think it's supposed to be like 60 days and then they're all going to totally be gone. And I read something too that they were going to try and hopefully sell the company and maybe keep some of them, but I don't think it's going to happen. But it will be interesting to see if the KB Toy things does work out and if they actually end up, you know, continuing on. This section though, this stuff is all still here. It seems like the big section that was really, really gone, from what I can tell, is like the action figures, Funko Pop, and the Legos. The Legos is where people really came and like ravaged through. Other than that, though, nothing really else too major to show in here. Just kind of wanted, like I said, just kind of wanted to document this so I had like kind of my perspective of walking around in here and seeing, you know, what is left and kind of what it all looks like. But anyway, though, guys, that was just my video kind of poking around in there, seeing what it looked like. I might, like on a DVD shopping video, go back in there, like they'll try and go in there like the last day or something, or the last like day or two to see like what it looks like in there. But thanks again for, you know, guys, for watching. Like I said, just want to do this video because a lot of people were asking about it, and it's honestly though, it is really pretty sad to see it like that, because like I said, I went in there as a child. I can't even tell you how many times, you know, into Toys R Us. But anyway, though, guys, thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. later.